Hi YouTube, just a quick video on the S8 Plus um, Oreo beta, just a few of the features. It's not brilliant, but as you'll see, it probably will get better, as like the S7 Edge one was, where they had, I think, about 9 updates to it, so hopefully we'll see quite a few more updates before this is over. Okay, first of all, let's start with the badge notifications. As you can see, there's a little one above the Play Store now, which you never used to get before. And if you hold on that, it tells you what downloaded and also gives you a little bit more information above it. But it doesn't have the the clear apps, clear badge app thing notification anymore, or the uninstall, which is a bit of a pain. But you can swipe that away, and that will remove the badge. Okay, so you also get the details up in the notification pull down again. As you can see, if you click across to the either the right or the left, you'll get a settings button or a snooze. If you click on the snooze, you can snooze that notification for up to 2 hours, or you can just click it away like that. You also get lots of these permission histories and things like that, where they're asking you to add all sorts of permissions, etc., which is a bit annoying because it seems to be overwhelming with the amount of apps you've got and the amount of permissions you've got to set. But maybe that'll get easier as you get to use it. The weather widget has now been slightly changed, not the widget itself, but more in the settings. There's a couple of things. First of all, if you click on the 3 dots and go to settings, it now adds a widget background, which I'm not sure what the background's supposed to be, because all it is a little box. And you can also add the icon to your applications list, so you've got a little weather icon. As you can see, around the actual app itself, you get a little box thing, which I assume, I haven't got a clue why, to be honest with you. It just looks stupid. Right, okay, so there's your little weather icon, and that brings you to your settings like that. Okay, the other thing is your camera. The camera's now slightly changed. You can go full screen, even though it is not the full 13 megapixels. If you go onto full screen, it drops it down to an 18.59 resolution with a 7.9 megapixel. So I don't know whether I prefer that or not. But if you go back to the 4.3 resolution, it adds the black bars again. There's no portrait mode, just these ugly little icons. You've got more stickers, a lot more stickers, and there's now like a sticker store where you can download a lot more from. So that's pretty good, that bit. And some you have to pay for, some are free. That's the way it goes, I guess. There's now in the settings, this little HDR button there, auto on or off, which also for the front camera, which wasn't there before. And there's not a lot else with the camera, which is a shame. The only other thing is the motion photo. It's got a slightly different way of playing it now. It doesn't have the little orange icon in the top left. It has something else, so I don't know whether the phone is just running slow or something at the moment because I'm recording at the same time. Gallery slightly different. It's now black, which doesn't kind of fit in with the colours of your messages, which is the orange, are the contacts, which is also orange as well, which has got orange buttons, etc. But it just seems to be slightly different. There's not a lot of difference with the contacts. The only thing is you can hide albums, and also in settings you have this thing called customization service. If you click on it, it gives you this list of things which are Samsung related, but you can just click them on and off. I'm not sure what they do. And that seems to be about it, apart from the horrible black. One thing though is with the videos, in the gallery they play by themselves, but in the actual video app they don't, which they used to do, which is a little bit annoying. I've no idea why, but they don't seem to do that anymore. So these will play, but it's because I think it's recording. It doesn't play at the same time, but they do play normally, but not in the video app. Talking to the video app, there's a slight change in that. You've got your little resume playback at the bottom, which wasn't there before. So now you can just resume playback. That wasn't there before. Very small adjustment, but that's one, I guess. Nothing with these. The internet is slightly different. You've got two things on the internet, nothing major. One of them is under the extensions. You now have tracking blocker, which can block invisible trackers that monitor your activity and slow down your browsing experience, which I suppose is better than not having it, I guess. And in the quick menu, which is these little buttons down there, you now have night mode, which is actually in the beta version, so I'm not sure why it took so long to get to the full version. Contacts. Now, if you were to add a contact and you want to add a picture, you can use animated GIFs, which you could before, but there is a lot more now. So you can actually, once again, like before, you've got a store for it all now. So I'm not sure. I think these are just plain stickers, but they're not animated. But as you can see, a lot of them are, depending which ones you choose. And then you see the different ones at the bottom there. Now you've got a store where you can go check them out. There you go. That's that. Then the edge is slightly different. Now you got people edge, which is slightly better looking, and you can edit it. Not this one, sorry, not the contact one for editing. This one. I don't know. So you got apps edge. You can have two apps at once now. We'll open a bit like the note. So you now got the two. A bit slow opening, but it does it anyway. So that's different. That's good, and you can add them onto your home screen. Unfortunately, it's running really slow because of the recording at the same time, because this is running. Plus, it's, as you can see, it's going a bit arse about tit at the moment. But with the beta, you've got to expect these sort of things. Look, it's all gone. It's all gone Pete Tong. Okay. And if you now want to go onto the edit things, edge panels. It now gives you the little panels in a nicer looking little setup, which is quite nice. But you still have the same sort of like icons. I mean, the same tabs and that as before. There's nothing really new apart from the double. And for some reason, that one, I don't know why. There's nothing. It doesn't edit at the bottom, but it doesn't go down to the bottom. But the other ones do. It looks a bit weird, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm not sure whether that's anything to do with Oreo or whether that was there before. But you don't really go looking for these things until you actually on the app itself. Settings. There's nothing changed on there by the looks of it. It all looks the same. The actual settings itself. When you're casting to YouTube on your TV or whatever, this bit will go to the same colour as whatever's playing and that, which is quite nice. There's this bar here, which is quite nice. And all the apps now are sort of like joined together so you can get more in the space. But like I say, there is a lot of stuff going on with the actual permissions and all that notifications. With the settings, God, this is so slow. Okay, there's a few different things. Nothing much. You can now go to if you go to the navigation bar, you now got the pressure, and you can actually test it. You can test it if you want now to see if you can get it right. And they haven't added any new colours or anything like that to this. Still the same. They haven't added a black or any darker solid colours. There are all these pastel ones you can't see, but never mind. Block accidental touches. I think they've just changed the name of that one. I think it was called something else, so it's not really nothing really major. The edge screen, when it works, the edge lighting is now different because you can actually change it. They changed the effect, so you got 4 effects. So you got that one, that one, and a multicoloured one. And you got the transparency and the width. You can make it wider or narrower, which I think is, a bit gimmicky, but I don't know. It's not the end of the world, is it, to have something a bit gimmicky on your phone? Because we used to use it comes on with the music, so you may as well have it on if you're going to have it on. It's how you want it. Okay. The under lock screen and security, there doesn't seem to be unknown sources anymore, which is really weird. So I'm not sure where that would be. So it's not in the other settings. So there's nothing there. And I've noticed under notification access, there's a hell of a lot more stuff. This workspace, pixel launcher, decks. I'll allow that one over here. They're new, so I'm not sure what the pixel launcher. I've not installed a pixel launcher or anything like that, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe the workspace is to do with the decks, but I don't know. So there's that. And there's also where you can edit the. Now if you go to your about phone, you can edit what you want to call it. And then there's your details there now, software information, etc. September security patch. With it being Oreo, I thought it would have been at least October, but oh well. Don't mind. It is what it is. Okay. I don't think there's that much more to it. Than that. Let's have a quick look. One thing I can't seem to do is install APKs. I don't know if that's something to do with the unknown, the unknown sources not being there. But I can't seem to install anything I download. The keyboard is different. So the keyboard is different. If you go to the keyboard, which language is input, default, Samsung keyboard. And then go to let's have a look. Go to the internet. So the keyboard is now, as you can see, is different. Jesus, never known it to be so slow. So yeah, it's slightly different. So you got live messages there, but again, that doesn't work. You can't send it. You can't share it even if you're in a messaging app. But there are, you can see the way it's set up. You can emoji. You can make the screen smaller from up here. The notepad, and that. I mean, I suppose if I go to messages, I'll be able to show you. I don't want messages, was it? Messages. Okay, I'm gonna start a new message. Compose one. Okay, so the message you can't even do a hi. Live message is closed, so I'm not sure why it's doing that. But it seems to be. So let's try again. So live messages is closing, so I'm not sure why Samsung have added this keyboard if it's not working. You can get into the GIFs, but for some reason it just doesn't want to work with the live messaging. Right, I think that's about it. The phone's the same. There's nothing new with the phone. And like I say, once you just press on these without an application button on it, that's all you get now. You don't get any of the uninstall or anything like that. They've changed that. Hopefully they'll bring that bits back. Or maybe when you're in the app, it's in this app bit. Maybe if you press on something like the phone, it would open dialer or add a little bit more, make it more interactive. But there isn't any of that at the moment. But there's a long way to go. All right, thanks.